Let's begin by giving us your name and your profession.
My name is Reed Russell, and I'm a lawyer.
How much and what type of education did you receive?
Well, I graduated from high school. I went to college, Union College in Schenectady, New York, and I actually went to MBA school for one semester, but I didn't like it very much, so I left there, and then I attended law school at the University of North Carolina and graduated from there with a law degree.
How much and what type of work experience do you have?
Well, as a lawyer, initially, I worked for a research company in Charlottesville, Virginia, and then I joined the U.S. Army JAG Corps in 1981 and worked for them for 3 years and 3 months. And after that, I did some traveling, and then I came back to the United States. I was stationed in Germany with the JAG Corps. I came back to the United States and took a job in Raleigh, North Carolina in 1985. And I worked for one firm pretty much for, I guess it would have been 22 years until last year when I took a job with a different firm doing similar work.
What do you like and dislike about your job?
Well, I think there's a lot of intellectual challenge to it. I do like that part of it. I like the fact that I'm pretty much my own boss. I can decide when and where I want to work for the most part. I like the freedom I have there. I think the thing that I probably dislike the most is sometimes the demands of the job are somewhat stressful, and it does take a lot of time. And so therefore, I don't have enough time to spend on some other things that I would like to spend more time on if I could.
Is there a lot of stress in your job?
I think it comes and goes. Sometimes there is, if you have a lot going on at any one time. Sometimes it's a real challenge getting everything done and keeping all the clients satisfied. Other times are not as busy and they're a lot less stressful. There's a lot of ebb and flow in the litigation practice, which is what I have.
How many hours do you usually work in a week?
I probably average 45 to 50, I would say.
Do you have to travel, and if so, how much and to what kinds of places?
I do some traveling. Most of it is in the state of North Carolina. Most of it is in the eastern and middle part of North Carolina. Most of those are day trips. That is, I don't have to spend the night. Occasionally I have to go somewhere out of state and spend the night. Every once in a while, those are kind of fun trips, particularly if you have a little time to look around wherever you go.
Is traveling a benefit or just added stress?
I don't think it really adds any stress, at least the type of travel I do. Maybe if I did a lot of it, it would be more stressful, but I actually enjoy getting out of the office some, so I don't mind the traveling associated with it.
And what would you do differently in the same with regards to being a lawyer?
That is a good question. I like what I do. I might look for another type of litigation practice, or at least explore an option in a different litigation practice if I had to do it all over again.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Go.
Let's start by telling everyone your name and your profession.
My name is Laura Russell, and I am a lawyer.
How much and what type of education did you receive?
I went to high school and graduated from high school. Then I went to college at Duke for 4 years, a 4-year degree. I got a BA in political science, and then I went to law school for 3 years at Wake Forest and graduated with a law degree.
How much and what type of work experience do you have?
Well, when I graduated from law school, I clerked for a United States District Court judge for 2 years, which simply means that you assist the judge in researching legal issues that he may have and assisting him in writing legal opinions on issues that come before him. So I did that for 2 years, and then I worked for a law firm in private practice here in Raleigh for 12 years. And then I retired for a period of 9 years to stay home with my son. And then I returned to work about a year and a half ago in a part-time capacity with my same law firm that I worked for previously.
What do you like and dislike about your job?
Well, what I like is that it provides me the flexibility to work part-time, very diminished hours. What I don't like about that is that working in a part-time capacity like that, I only am able to do certain things that I was not able to do in my practice before. So I'm somewhat limited in the types of work that I can do and how involved I can become in a legal process on a part-time basis.
Is there a lot of stress in your job?
Not really as a part-time lawyer, very little stress. As a full-time lawyer, I think there was a great deal of stress.
How many hours do you usually work in a week?
About 20 hours.
Do you have to travel, and if so, how much and to what kinds of places?
I do not currently travel in my part-time job. Prior to becoming a part-time lawyer, I did travel, mostly within the state of North Carolina, although if I had a case that took me to another state, I would on occasion travel to New York or sometimes Texas, a few other places like that.
Is traveling a benefit or just added stress?
Well, when I did travel with my job, I personally enjoyed that because I didn't do it that frequently, so it was something that was different and kind of kept the variety of what I was doing at a higher level, just offered sort of a freshness to my practice. But right now it's not what I do at all. So.
And what would you do differently and the same with regards to being a lawyer?
Well, I have always been involved in litigation, which means actually trial type work. That is a difficult thing to do on a part-time basis, so I've often wondered whether another type of law would have been maybe a little bit easier to make the adjustment from full to part-time work. Perhaps wills and estates, that might have been something that I would have enjoyed and would have considered doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.